You are now watching your mans in them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them live. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them live. With your mans in them live. With your mans in them.
News on the scroll.
That's why I asked the question in the first place.
You see how Gus always try to get the question out last right before that.
He always does that. Yeah, he always does
He's
that.
quiet the whole time, and then at the end, I got a question before we move on.
I like to let my host speak first.
Wow. All right, news on.
But you the one over there suck it. Nah,
News on the scroll.
News on the scroll.
Man, listen. You wanted to talk about Jack Harlow and Kendrick, right? I mean, Jack Harlow and Future.
I think we just want to talk about Jack Harlow.
We could talk about it real fast. Real fast. What's up?
Jack
Harlow
I'm
first.
having a hard time talking about Jack Harlow and Future album after Kendrick just dropped, man.
Okay. So what are
I'll
you
say
talking
this
about?
real quick. Jack Harlow's album was cool.
no, it wasn't.
It was cool.
It was trash.
I think it was cool.
It was
think
cool.
It was
I don't think it's like
garbage.
I don't think it's like a 10, but it was.
I give it a 6.
It beat my expectations.
That nigga rapping like we owe him money.
Yeah, for real.
He is like.
Bro,
Yeah,
he got like
he's a little
18
too laxed.
He got like what?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, like-
it was
I almost
mellow.
fell asleep at
It was
work
mellow.
listening to his album.
It was
it's
mellow.
like oh
I was-
take what I give you. That's it.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
kind of
like-
like he's rapping like he's already on already. And I mean, he technically is, but
He
he still
is,
has
but it's
a lot
like-
to
Nah,
prove.
he still got a couple
That's
more
it.
albums.
What if
before
that's
he-
his style? If
It's
that's
not-
his,
it's
Nah,
not for
bro.
me.
The last album he had, I listened to.
He had an album. I thought this was his first album.
nah, it's the second.
Second,
Oh,
he had another album. I think this is that sophomore.
okay.
But-
Sophomore slump.
But the last album, right? I enjoyed. I heard there was a few songs on there I liked, but this one, a lot of the songs that was good was all the features,
Yeah, the feature with Drake, what was it? Churchill.
Yeah.
Churchill something.
and even him rapping on that, I feel like Drake ate the whole track. He was.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, that verse was.
It was like
If I was him, I would have changed my verse.
You know, they said that Drake
he's mid.
gave Jack Harlow his best verse, and they said white people really do stick together.
Well, he's half white.
I'm done. Yeah, Drake bodied that shit.
All right, so you thought it was cool. You thought it was,
I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool.
You thought it was trash. You thought
I thought it was
trash.
mid.
I thought it was cool.
It was mid.
It's not saying I can't work out to it, but that Future album though, I could work out to that Future album.
Oh yeah, working out wise for sure. I could work out to Future.
I was working out the whole thing straight. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Future's album, he's searching for
A wife?
a trending song. Like I feel like his album, like it was just like I wasn't impressed, right? I just felt like it was like every song is like maybe this one could make it into the clubs on a nightly basis. Maybe this one could make it into the clubs on a nightly basis, right? I feel like it was just attempt after attempt after attempt.
So you saying his album's full of singles?
It wasn't even that. It was just.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of full of singles.
It wasn't like you hear albums, right? And then the intro pulls you in some type of way, and then that first song, is either it's gonna be like oh shit, or it's gonna be like okay, this is cool.
Hold on, real fast. What album gave you that recently?
Recently, I would say Blast album did that for me.
Okay.
Blast last album,
Fire. We
was
didn't talk
on
about
point.
that. I fuck with Blast album.
his last album, the intro was
That,
smooth. I was like okay.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to expect, but it was cool. But then that first song, I was like, oh shit.
It's
The
musical.
second song, I said, oh shit.
Yeah.
The third song, I said, oh shit again. And it's like it just kept going. And then I say towards the end it got a little but all in all, it was a good project.
Yeah.
I can't say that about Jack Harlow. And it's not because he's white. It's not because he's white.
You know what I
Future?
hate?
What about Future? That's what we talking about.
Future, I didn't really give it a chance because, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like some Future songs, but I'm not somebody that's going to listen to a whole Future project. I'll listen to a few songs, when I'm in the club, I hear Stick Talk. Oh, it's lit. I ain't got no manners for them slut.
Dirty Sprite 2 is definitely.
I'm going to stick my thumb in her butt. You know what I'm saying? Like when that go, you know what I'm saying? The March Madness come on, I'm going to fuck with
that's
it.
my shit.
A couple other songs, like, you know what I'm saying?
I fucked with Future hard.
You know what I'm
I'm not gonna
saying?
hold you.
I don't, there's a few songs I like. Few songs.
This is. I'm gonna put it like this. This is exactly what I expected from a Future album.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty much consistently the same shit.
It didn't exceed expectations.
And
It wasn't trash.
Yes.
It's just if I were to think what a Future album would sound like, it would sound like that.
I feel personally that Dirty Sprite 2 was his pinnacle.
Oh, for sure. That's
This is
his.
the pinnacle.
That's his.
That's his blueprint.
Yeah, that's his
Yeah,
blueprint.
yeah.
Yep.
Yo, you
Jack Harlow needs to find his. That's
know
what
what's annoying? is
He
that
got time. He's still young.
He's young.
hope so.
Word.
Yeah, he's
mad
still young.
do they pay people on Twitter to promote people's album and make it
I
sound
think
like
so.
it's better than what it is?
Mhm.
You know, the most annoying thing is like you go on when they first release the album and like you see all these people like, yo, this album's fire, this album's fire, and you listen to this shit like, yo, this shit about to be jumping, and you listen, you like, yo, this shit is ass. Like
Yeah.
you go back and like, why these niggas lying? Like,
Listen,
wait,
people,
what the
people
fuck?
are fans and they're supportive.
But
No,
you can't
I wouldn't
be-
be surprised if labels pay people or use like fake pages to put out tweets and
Yeah.
post so
That's
that
a
they can
crazy
get it
marketing
going.
It's all the labels.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
the
The labels definitely behind that.
How you create a bot page?
I don't know what you need it for.
I know. I'm just
You gonna be-
curious. Like, how did I never
The
understood
man's
how
in the live about to go crazy.
I
Sexy
never
DM for
understood
promo.
how I never understood how bots create bot pages were created.
Boppity bop bop boom.
Stop,
All right,
man,
let's
move.
get to some of the
Biddy boop
comments.
bop bop.
Isaiah says future album was a future album. I agree. Reggie says he actually added more to his verse when Drake sent his in, and that, I mean,
Yeah,
damn.
had
Still,
enough.
obviously, it still wasn't.
Yeah, it's like a boy rapping with a man.
That-
Like, no, I'm dead ass.
That's literally almost.
It's like a
perfect,
boy
right?
rapping
Yeah.
with a man.
Like
Like,
in his
Jack,
verse, he was
It's
like cheering Drake on. I'm like,
To me, it's the
Yeah.
way he rap. He's like, I
He's
got
too
about,
cool.
I got about 8-9 figures.
Yeah,
I
he
might
sounds
just eat some
like that.
salmon for dinner.
Yeah, it's like that
I'm like, I don't
smooth
like.
perspective.
It's like I don't mind somebody rapping smooth, but it's like, yo, every track you gonna sound like
I needed
that, bro.
some passion. There was no passion.
Yo,
in
act
the
like you
album.
lost in life before. And I think that's another thing, bro. You got too much privilege. Like, you ain't struggled enough for me. Even Eminem struggled. Drake had a little bit of struggle. He was in a wheelchair. Like this, I need some struggle.
But the thing,
Jack
the
Harlow
beauty,
take things to a new height. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
the
struggle
beauty
a
of
little.
Drake though is the fact that he can create a struggle. Like
Yeah.
his life is probably fantastic, but in his album he'll find a way to show you that he's going through some type of shit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
even
And
when
that's the beauty of his music.
even when he came up, like when Drake was coming up, he used to speak about certain things that may have been a struggle for him, not necessarily for me,
Right.
But for him. So, but at least he spoke on it, but
and it's always relatable.
and it's relatable. But this project, I was like, did you write this shit in a coloring? Like this is crazy. Like,
Well, on the other side of the world, right? Kendrick dropped a new single and a new video.
I wish
of
you
the
had a
pair.
goat noise.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
Kendrick,
lie.
Kendrick dropped the Heart Part 5.
I watched the video before I listened to it. So I watched it together. I watched and listened at the same time, right? Obviously. But
Yeah.
that shit gave me chills. Like at the end, I was like, damn, this is I don't know why it hit so hard. Like I didn't expect to see
It's
the
the video.
faces. And then you see the faces and like and then the lyrics, and I'm like, damn, like especially when Nipsey came up, I'm like, nah, this is fire, bro. That shit was fire.
See, it was the opposite for me. I was at work and I was listening to it first. I had my phone on locked, and I was listening to the song first, and I was like, okay, I was bumping it. I was like, all right, this is a deep one. I was like, but it's in my head, I was like, this not my favorite heart. Like I already felt it. I was like, this not my favorite heart. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with all the hearts, but the heart 2 is my favorite. You feel me?
I just told him that in the car.
That
I was listening when you said that.
I'm gonna listen to him all back
Um,
tonight.
But when I watched the video, I was like, oh,
yeah.
it wasn't meant to, it was meant exactly how he put it out. It was meant as like
As
a
the
full
video.
art form. Yeah, like
And that's what I said when I
Yeah.
first seen it. I was like, all right, this lyrically it might not be my favorite, but the visual is like,
yeah, it made it more powerful.
it's like, yo, you could put that shit in a museum.
He still
I'm
told
saying.
a good story.
And he
Yeah,
told
for
us to tell the Nipsey part is what got me. To tell the perspective of what Nipsey could possibly be saying, like from beyond the grave, like
The audacity though. I mean, if it was amazing, but I'm like, this nigga got some balls, bro, because to me, when I first saw it, I was like, damn, this feels weird.
Not a lot of people could do that.
No, not a lot. But it felt weird to me at first. I was like, ooh, this is kind of it's a little too touching.
To me, it was like when I heard it, when I was listening to it, I don't know if what I want to say is the lyrics. I was like, I know he's talking about Nipsey before.
Oh,
I
you knew
actually-
from jump.
Like I knew,
Yeah.
like I knew from based off of what he was saying. Like in the verse, I was like, he's talking about Nipsey.
So you heard it,
and
before
then
you
I
saw
looked.
the video.
I think I wasn't paying attention. It was like it was on, but I wasn't paying attention. And I was like, this is Nipsey. I
was
looked
probably
down.
driving.
It was Nipsey. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shoot.
Because when I saw Kobe, I got kind of confused. I was like, all right, Kobe popped up.
Jesse Smollett. whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kanye.
OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
OJ.
Will Smith.
He spoke about every
Yeah.
person that was in it. He spoke about.
How?
But
In
Like
his
that-
perspective, though,
in
like
his perspective, he talked about being a black man driving a bulletproof Range Rover. That was he drove a Bronco, but
Who?
same OJ Simpson.
Oh.
And then he talked about being a bipolar aspect. Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
I mean, not just Smollett, Kanye West. And then he talked about wanting to be a part of the revolution. That was Juicy Smouye.
Yeah.
And
paying your own, paying someone with the same skin as you to do the job. That's also a Smollett reference because he paid the 2 Nigerian dudes to beat up beat him up.
And then they say that's a mental health thing. That was Will Smith.
Yeah, and then he was
hurt people.
hurt
Yeah, that was
people.
Will
I need a
Smith.
hug. That was Will Smith. And then he spoke. I forgot what he said about the Kobe aspect. I forgot what he said about the Kobe thing.
I didn't hear anything about Kobe. I watched it a bunch of times.
Nah,
I was trying to figure it out.
It was something that
Because it seems like Kobe came when he started doing the Nip verse.
it might be an LA thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then the Nipsey verse came on. And then with the Nipsey verse, he shouted out his brother. He said, "Make sure my kids watch my interviews." Make sure, you know what I'm saying? And to the person that to the person that died, then this is why I feel like people would have been like, we don't know.
Yeah.
But to the person that died, just know that you're forgiven, but your soul is in question. Like, yeah.
Or like, I saw pain in your eyes.
Yeah, I
think he's just speaking from how he feels about the culture in general.
Yeah.
And he just plugged himself in and, could possibly. But it was still a powerful song.
Yeah, and I continue what you were saying. Like, that's what I guess I came to that conclusion today. It's like he was talking about the culture and basically what we say the culture is, and we're glorifying it.
Right.
But the culture killed, one
Right.
of our leaders.
Yeah.
And we still glorifying the thing, and it's going to keep repeating.
Yeah.
Type thing. So he's like, yo, if the culture is pain, fuck the culture.
Yeah.
But
It kind of gives you a glimpse as to
concluded, like, it was
what
cool.
the album is going to be, I think. I think it's going to be on some really talking about the state of hip-hop or just the state of culture in general and calling out all the hypocrites, calling out all that shit. Like now
I think he's going to call out a lot.
Yeah, I think he's going to go crazy. I think he's going to go crazy. I'm actually super excited.
I
Shit
got
dropped.
He
chills
enjoys
right now.
calling shit out, bro.
Yeah, he
Nah, I
do.
got
He
chills.
enjoys that shit.
I got chills now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He called shit out and disappear. I like that.
I realized
He
also
like Batman.
He be like, let me see what you got now. Right.
He Batman. He fuck shit up and leave. That's I like.
I realized
that.
also, like, yo, he really can do both. He can be educational, like, and he could also make a hit. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, I was trying to think, like, there's people who only listen to drill club shit, but
Yeah.
they still got respect for Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't you're not like a diehard Kendrick fan or whatever, you can still respect.
But you know what gets me? A lot of people like, oh, I like ratchet music. I don't really listen to this Kendrick shit. But Future got a record with Kendrick.
Yeah,
There's a
Kendrick
lot-
feature is different though.
Yeah, I mean, but
Cause he could go on any track and fit in.
hey,
Bro,
but
features, niggas like Kendrick on features is crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to have some type of respect from that side in order for them to do that.
Yeah, for sure. And he's the biggest artist in the world.
That's a fact.
So if you have him on a song, you know that song's gonna get plays. Last thing I want to say though
He's a fucking GOAT.
is I forgot how much Kendrick, like I remember I was talking on the last show or one of the shows we were talking about Kendrick, and I was like, this project better be good because he took 5 years off. I forgot that this nigga literally paints masterpieces as like albums. So like all his albums, he puts so much thought into his shit that if you think about Good Kid, Mad City, that shit was like a movie. Like
Yeah, I
you
know.
feel like you're watching a movie.
That's
I was
my
there for
goal.
that.
Classic.
Mhm.
Two Pimp a Butterfly. That shit was like a fucking novel.
Yep.
Beautiful. Damn. Like a fucking movie.
Yep.
Fire. And Two Pimp a Butterfly, people were like, all right, this was cool, but it's not palatable to like the masses because it was so deep. It was so
deep, yeah.
condensed. And then he put out Damn. Radio hits. He got songs with Rihanna. He got, you feel me? Like,
what is Untitled considered? An LP, an EP, or what?
nah, that's what he dropped after Damn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
It's like an EP, I think.
I say it's an EP. It's like throwaways that he didn't put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it was
Yeah.
after Damn. I think it was after Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, it's a Pimp a
Yeah,
Butterfly.
Butterfly,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Before Damn.
Before them. There you go.
Yeah. I
But-
think it's gonna be a great album.
Yeah, me too.
You think we're going
I'm
to get
excited.
to Pimp a Butterfly kind of album, a Damn kind of album?
I think it's gonna be a mixture.
I think it's gonna be different.
It might be different. Yeah.
None of his
Different from
albums.
everything, right?
Yeah.
None of his albums have been.
He's right.
Section
Yeah.
80 don't sound like Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City don't sound like Pimp a Butterfly.
We